So, this is day one of my new Twitch channel, Hitch Live, where I will be hitchhiking around America for the foreseeable future until I decide to stop. And you get to watch that live as it happens. And yeah, get to see what hitchhiking is like. Because not many people hitchhike anymore. Has a pretty bad reputation. Which I think is unfounded. But who knows? Well, actually I know. So yeah, over the past 4 years, when I started hitchhiking, I've hitchhiked in 25 countries, and I've been picked up around 700 times. That's an estimate. And I really haven't met a bad person ever. So I really think the general opinion of hitchhiking is that you see in like media or from your parents is just false. It's actually a really fun way of traveling, and hopefully I can showcase that to anyone that watches. I love it. You get to see the whole process of finding a spot to the first chat. Right now I'm in Port Angeles, Northern Washington, and I'm gonna hitchhike down Highway 101. If more people start watching, I probably won't advertise my location all the time, just because it's the internet. But yeah, this is like your stereotypical hitchhiking trip, hitchhiking down the coast of America, down Highway 101 to California. I've done a lot of hitchhiking, but I have never done this. So I'm excited to do it. It's your classic hitchhiking trip down the coast of California. So I'm gonna have fun. Hopefully I work out all the kinks with live streaming, because it is a bit of a, well, I've never done it, and I didn't get to test anything like data wise before I actually just showed up in the US, because I bought a US data plan, but I couldn't test it in the States. I had to wait till, or couldn't test it in Canada. I had to wait until I got to the US today to make sure it works. So inevitably there's going to be some hiccups. If like audio is being weird or something, let me know in the chat, because I can't really check up on it all the time. Or if the video starts cutting out, because I'm going to be in some rural areas, let me know as well, and I'll have to decrease the stream quality and bit rate so that it can have a more smooth stream. But it's going to be a learning process, because I'm kind of diving in head first with zero, like absolutely zero experience. So yeah. Liz Jane, thanks for following. Oh, it's Alyssa. Hey, Alyssa. And thanks for tuning in. It's nice to have someone there to talk to, otherwise I'm talking into dead space. And I don't know, I've never had to do that. It feels awkward. Actually, can I ask you how like the audio and video quality is? because again, this is never done it, so I have no idea how it looks, how it sounds, or anything. Okay, I can clean that. That's a bit better. And I feel like a huge dork with this because I've got my phone set up for the video. I've got like a separate lens clipped on to my phone lens so it has a wider angle. And then I've got this separate microphone into the microphone jack that has like a big dead cat, so a big fuzzy thing on it. It's quite the setup, so I find it kind of funny. I'll get some weird looks, but that's okay. I get weird looks anyway hitchhiking. Yeah. Hitchhiking has a stigma behind it, which is unfounded. But I'm at the edge of town, so pretty soon, once I find a decent spot, I'll be stopping, turning around, seeing what kind of rides I can find. I'm pretty sure the hitchhiking is going to be easy around here. If we're talking kind of like what you're looking for with hitchhiking, this is kind of, let's see, I can spin the camera around. This is kind of like an ideal situation. I just want to find a spot up there that'll have a wide enough shoulder and a good enough line of sight, but it's single track highway in each direction, which is what you're looking for. And it is a highway, but it's not crazy fast. So this is kind of, hey Devontae, thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, just so you know, Devontae, I'm in northern Washington, Port Angeles. Took the ferry from Victoria here today, and now I'm just hitchhiking out of town, going down Highway 101. Oh. Thanks, Yusuke. Thanks for tuning in. I'm pretty excited. And I'm happy that you're excited to check this out. I'm going to spin this back around. There we go. So yeah, the plan is to do this until I get bored of it, essentially. So I'm just going to hitchhike down through Washington, Oregon, California. Once I get to California, I'll have decisions to make. I don't know what that means, man. Also, Devontae, I miss you. I miss hanging out with you. You're my best friend back in Calgary. I'll try to make a trip out to Calgary at some point in the near future, and we can relive old times. And it was pouring rain here earlier, so it's really nice that that let up for at least a little bit. For those just tuning in, this is day one of my new channel, Hitch Live. hitchhiking around America for also, I feel like not doing that anymore. Showing people what hitchhiking is actually like, because there is a rather negative general opinion of what hitchhiking is like, and its safety and all that. I appreciate your concern, Al-Rashad, but just so you know, I have done this for 4 years in 25 countries, and I've been picked up 700 times, and I've yet to have a problem. Am I taking more of a risk than taking a plane, train, or bus from point A to point B? Totally. But I think the risks are vastly overstated. And yes, the most dangerous part of hitchhiking is interacting with traffic itself and driving itself. Because driving is just outright dangerous. This is kind of just what I do. And I know a lot of people are not going to be supportive of that, but that's okay. Because, well, I know barely anyone knows what it's like, because no one does it anymore. Because of what they've heard. Because of what media tells you about hitchhiking. Because of what your parents tell you about hitchhiking. It's, well, generally seen as a pretty dangerous thing to do. But statistically, it's really not that bad. And in 700 rides, I've yet to meet what I would call a bad person. I've met weird people. You will meet weird people. But I've never met someone that meant me any harm. The worst people I've met in my life have been just drunk guys at bars. Hitchhiking has never introduced me to someone who is by my definition a bad person. So anyone who's heard of hitchhiking but doesn't know what it's like, keep watching, you'll find out. Thanks, Alyssa. I will have an excellent day, and hopefully I have good luck. Have a great day of work. Oh, I agree, that is the most dangerous part of hitchhiking, but quite frankly, I'm not going to not take risks in my life just to live in live in my safe home and just live a normal life. This is honestly what I enjoy. So I understand the risk, but I still do it because I enjoy it. Take risks all the time. This is just my form of doing it. Also, I'm not sure how well the camera picks up how far away I am from traffic. There's the shoulder line, and I have about 6 feet between the shoulder line and where I'm walking. That's like almost a full car lane. away, so I feel like it might be hard for you to tell, but I am. I'm not walking in traffic. I'm walking next to traffic. And again, if anyone's just checking in, this is day one of my new channel, Hitch Live, where I'll be hitchhiking around America until I decide to stop doing such. I've been hitchhiking for 4 years. Hitchhiked through 25 countries, been picked up 700 or so times, that's an estimate. Never met a bad person doing it, and it's my current passion in life. So if it's interesting to you, I would like to keep doing this and showing people what it's like. Yeah, if people find it interesting, I would love to show them. And again, I'm currently in Port Angeles, Washington, northern Washington. I took a ferry from Victoria, British Columbia today to start hitchhiking down Highway 101. At Captain Coke, I've done it in 25 countries now. I can give you the quick country rundown if you'd like. My phone is saying that I have a poor connection right now, so if video starts cutting out or audio starts cutting out, let me know and I'll decrease the quality and the bit rate, and hopefully that'll make it smooth again. So countries I've been to, I've hitchhiked across Canada 4 times, hitchhiked through Wales, England, Scotland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Russia, from the Latvian-Russian border to Vladivostok, and Japan, and United States. I did the Northeast portion once, and Australia. In the US, I've done so far New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire. Oh, I've done Australia. Yeah, I went from Gold Coast, and then went right through the middle, west to Perth, like through Alice Springs and such, which was a really fun experience. That was last fall, and if anyone's thinking about going to Australia, I would definitely recommend it. Also, the people were extremely friendly to me there. The hitchhiking was quick, especially once you got out of a city. Even in a city, like my first day there, a guy picked me up and let me stay at his place in Brisbane. So I have nothing but good things to say about Australia. Key to hitchhiking? Well, as kind of shallow as it is, all someone has to base off of whether they're going to pick you up or not is what you look like. So try to present yourself in a way that, like, the average person would want to sit next to you in their car. Because that's all they have. They've got max 5 seconds of seeing you standing on the side of the road to make that decision of whether or not to pick you up. So the key is to present yourself well, and then the next big thing is essentially like the rule of real estate: location, location, location. 3 things I kind of look for is a long line of sight, so they have as much time as possible to see you before they have to pick you up. A wide shoulder, so they have room to pick you up and to safely pull over, because people will not pull over if there is like a 3-foot wide shoulder and 100km/h traffic, or whatever that is, 60-mile-an-hour traffic. And so line of sight, shoulder, and low speed limits. If you can't always find this if you're like hitchhiking along a highway, because it's just always fast, but if you can, ideally kind of at the end of town before it picks up to high speed traffic, like stop at the end of town, like after a set of lights where there's wide shoulder, good line of sight, and people haven't started going too fast. And where do I sleep? So most nights I sleep in a tent. I'll kind of, well, wherever. I don't hitchhike at night when it gets dark. I just walk into the woods and set up my tent. Sleep for the night at first light, take down the tent, go back onto the road, keep going. 1 second, Devontae. But yeah, it depends. Like in cities, that's tougher. You can't just set up your tent anywhere. So sometimes in the city, I'll get like a hostel or something like that. Or if you kind of go to the outskirts, you can usually find some parks and stuff that they kind of accept going to be camping, and they'll let you stay there for the night. If you keep doing that, they'll kick you out. But for a night, you're usually okay. Another thing I do with traveling is, as Devontae brought up, it wasn't Emirates, it was Etihad, but it's one of the Middle Eastern 3 carriers, and they, anyway, I save up points, airline rewards points, and I use them to kind of get flights for, well, just the taxes and fees, which can be a lot, but for the flights I did were like $70 in taxes and fees, which is insignificant, but I thought it'd be funny to save up enough points where I'd hitchhike to an airport and then fly first class. So my last trip to Australia and stuff, I hitchhiked to Boston and flew first class to Hong Kong, Cathay Pacific first class, which was an interesting experience because you hitchhike to the airport. The night before, I was like sleeping in a park in Portland, Maine, and then I show up at the airport and get treated like royalty, and they like give you champagne and caviar, and it's the contrast between that and hitchhiking is so huge that it was a pretty unique experience. Right now I'm just stalling because there are people talking in chat, but I found a decent spot, so I'm going to start hitchhiking here. Yeah, and then on the way home I flew through Abu Dhabi, which is the hub airport of Etihad, and on their A380s in first class they have a shower in first class. So I got to take a shower on my flight home from the Middle East to North America. My flight was from Abu Dhabi to JFK, New York. And right about as we were flying over Greenland, it was my turn to take my shower, so I got to shower in a plane 35,000 feet above Greenland. But anyway, I'm going to start hitchhiking now. So I don't know if this is going to work while holding like this selfie stick and shit, but yeah, let's see if anyone picks this up. My phone's saying my battery's getting low. 1 sec. I have it plugged into a mobile power bank, but apparently it's not connected right now. 1 second. Having battery issues, so just hold on for 1 moment. I'm gonna have to set this down. Battery's not working right now, so I guess I'll show you a different one. Hopefully that works. Actually, let's try this connection. Sorry, just technical difficulties for 1 moment. Phone's getting low on battery. We're gonna lose the stream soon if I don't troubleshoot this. And anyone has some questions, I'll try to answer your questions in 1 sec. Just trying to get this power situation sorted. Alright, we are receiving power again through a different battery. I don't know what happened to the old one, but she stopped working. I expect I'm going to run through a lot of technical difficulties as I go, so you'll just have to bear with me. This is the first day I've ever live streamed at all, and I don't know, mobile live streaming seems finicky, so I'm a complete newbie at this, so you just have to bear with me as I learn how this works. I'll have to show you guys my setup at some point. Like, I don't know, I did some research, but I'm going in pretty blind into all this. Right. We're getting power. Yeah. Alright. And apparently my screen doesn't go that bright, so if I'm in direct sunlight, it is hard to read the chat and all that, so again, just bear with me while we work out the kinks. Also, this is the heaviest my bag has ever weighed, because I've got all this streaming gear. All that weight is in batteries and tripod and accessories. So that's the downside to this. Yeah, so I'm gonna start. Oh, sorry, there's a message. It's warm right now. I think it's like 13 to 15 degrees Celsius. Sorry, I am Canadian, so I don't know Fahrenheit. But to me, it's quite warm. This is like ideal conditions. It's not so hot that I'm going to be sweating like crazy when I'm walking, but it's warm enough that I can comfortably stand here and not be cold. So this is kind of ideal situations. I'm currently in Washington State, heading south down the Highway 101. So I'll be going south down the 101 through Washington, Oregon to California. Once I get to California, I'll decide where to go from there. Again, if anyone's checking in, I do have a bit of information below my channel. Yeah, going to Cali. Yeah, I don't know, should I just keep repeating kind of what I'm doing, my history, all that jazz? Probably. But again, I've never spoken in front of a camera before. This is all brand new to me, so. Canada am I from? I'm originally from Vancouver Island, from a little town called Comox. But I've lived in a few places now. Yeah, it'd be cool to become, like, have my channel grow, have more people watch. I feel like people might be interested in this. Everyone knows what hitchhiking is, but no one really does it. I feel like there's an idle curiosity about what hitchhiking is like, even though people rarely do it anymore. How long do you guys think it'll take before I get my first ride? Leave it up to chat. See if anyone gets it right. Chance Andrea. I did have a job. I quit the job to do this. What I've been doing for the past 4 years is I I work, I save up money, I'm quite cheap, I don't spend very much money on a day-to-day basis, and then I travel for X amount of months until the money gets a little low, and then I go home. Oh, there's a school bus. So yeah, I pretty much work, travel, work, travel, work, travel. I never work while I'm traveling, but every time I come home to Canada, I work, save up money, and then travel. I was working at a store called Atmosphere, which sells outdoor apparel and equipment, which fits well with my passion in life at the moment, which is hitchhiking. So yeah, sold outdoor equipment. Oh yeah, Devontae, I worked at Atmosphere, our main competition. Chame, the longest I've gone without getting picked up for a ride is about 8 hours, and that was at Fort Nelson, BC, in February, which is northern BC. On my way up to Inuvik, Northwest Territories, to do some Canadian Arctic winter hitchhiking. Got some rides on ice roads. It was a unique experience. At some point, if people are like people who are watching are interested, I'll have to go through like the history of I don't know, my different trips, the different trips I've gone on. I can tell you guys all about it, show you pictures. I'm not much of a photographer, but yeah, if you're interested, I can show you pictures and stuff from all my different trips. My first class flights too, I can show you pictures from that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, just let me know, and at some point in the near future I will do the history of Trevor hitchhiking. It's been a unique experience. It's been a lot of fun. And if anyone is like curious about trying it yourself, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. You don't have to go for a long distance. Just like pick a city like an hour away and just get it on the road, throw your thumb out, and see what you get. Someone had a question, what my family and friends think about my hitchhiking. As far as family goes, when my mom, or when I told my mom I was going to start hitchhiking, she absolutely hated it, which makes complete sense. But in classic teenage fashion, I just did it anyway. But I've only had good things to say about it, so she's come around. So she appreciates it at least now. She might not like it, but she appreciates it. And my friends are always just like, I don't know, that's Trevor, crazy hitchhiker friend. How old was I when first time I hitchhiked? I was 19. Actually, before that, I hitchhiked up to the local ski hill, Mount Washington, like just get dropped off at the bottom and then hitch a ride up to go skiing and hitch a ride down. But that was like 17 or something. The first city-to-city hitchhike was when I was 19, and I hitchhiked from Kelowna to Vancouver, which is like a 3.5–4 hour drive. And that went so well that I pretty much sold my car and started doing this exclusively. And when you see me wave to a car, that's because they wave to me, so you know, just common courtesy. They wave to me, I'll wave back. For whatever reason, they can't pick me up, and I can understand that, but they're nice enough to at least, I don't know, acknowledge my existence. Do I have a girlfriend? I do not right now, no. I have tried to do this while having a girlfriend, hitchhiking, traveling around for extended periods of time with a girlfriend, and it doesn't go well. And I keep telling myself it's a bad idea. And then I end up with a girlfriend and I start hitchhiking again anyway, and then it doesn't go well. But no, I do not have a girlfriend at the moment. Oh, yeah, and I'm 23 now, so I started really hitchhiking when I was 19, and I'm been doing it 4 years, so 23 now. Yeah, pretty much. hitchhiking has taken priority over relationships to me. Is that rational? Maybe not. But it's it's my passion right now, more so than getting into a relationship. How much money should someone save up before they quit their job and start hitchhiking? It really depends how you want to do it. Like, you can hitchhike, show up to the next town, and stay in a hotel, and you're still gonna be spending $150 a day, because yes, you're saving money on transportation, but you're still living it up in a hotel or a hostel or whatever. If you're comfortable living off the bare minimum, well, with hitchhiking, your transportation's free. If you live in your tent, your accommodation's free, and all your expenses are really just food and entertainment. So you can really make it as cheap as you want to. Like, a loaf of bread is like $1, $1.50, and it's enough calories to kind of sustain you for a day, like a pound of bread. So you can live off that if you want to. Another thing with hitchhiking is people are extremely generous. Like, the people that are willing to pull over and pick you up, they're very generous. There's been periods of times where I've either spent no money because people give me food, buy me food, whatever, or people straight up give me money even though I tell them I don't want money, I saved up for the trip. I just want a ride. That's really all I want. But some people are insistent that they support me, which is amazing, and I love them. But if you do hitchhike, like, you might meet the occasional weird person. They're not bad weird, they're just obscure. I'm quite sure you'll have a better outlook on humanity, because everyone that picks you up is going out of their way to help a complete stranger. So kind of right off the bat, you can tell they're a generous person, because they're helping out a complete stranger standing on the side of the road asking for a ride. Like, that is very generous. I have never had someone straight up ask me for sexual favors in return. That is the stereotypical, what is it? Grass, gas, or ass. I've never had anyone say that to me in some of my rides, which I'm surprised about. Even, like, I don't know, just humorously say that. But no one's ever asked me for sexual favors. I've had people of both genders come on to me. It's not that common, but and then you get to play that out how you'd like. But I've never had anyone very pushy. Someone asked if I have ever gotten in any trouble for hitchhiking. I've gotten minor trouble. Police will talk to you quite a bit, as they see hitchhikers as someone that is hitchhiking because they need to, or they're trying to escape from something or someone, or I don't know. But they'll just pull over, ask where you're going, where you're coming from, if you have anything on you, kind of thing. They'll look at your documents, and then they'll just let you carry on as long as you're in somewhere where it's legal to hitchhike. In general, I haven't had too much problems with police. I got in trouble in the UK for hitchhiking because I got dropped off directly on a motorway, which it's illegal to be a pedestrian, let alone a hitchhiker. So I got picked up by the police, and they just drove me back to the last exit, where I could continue hitchhiking from the top of the on-ramp where it is legal. Zain Murad, yes, I'm hitchhiking, and yeah, it's just actually that is a funny story, because I was in the UK going up the M6, I think, north, and this van with two, I forget what they were, Spaniards, I guess, because they only spoke Spanish, like not a word of English, and I didn't speak any Spanish, and I tried to tell them like the next city north that I was trying to get to, and they're like, yeah, hop in. So I get in, and as soon as we get to the next junction, which is where the motorway splits from going north, south to east, west, they take that exit and start heading straight east across England, and I'm like, that's not where I want to go. I was trying to get north. So I just hopped out, walked back onto the motorway going north, and as I was walking, I walked underneath this banner that was like an electronic notification system that is placed over top of the highway, and it was off, and as I started walking towards it, all of a sudden it flashes on, and it's like, caution, pedestrians on motorway, and flashes a new speed limit. So they knew I was there. They have cameras all over the motorways there, and within like less than 10 minutes, an unmarked police car came by and picked me up and gave me a stern warning. And then I also got detained in Japan once for illegal hitchhiking, because again, I got dropped off in a place where it was illegal too. This time it was a language barrier issue. I thought they were going somewhere else, but they were going complete opposite direction. I got dropped off, got brought to the highway patrol office, and spent the better part of a day in the police station in Japan, just while they decided what to do with me. I am sorry if I missed some questions. Still news to me, and I like when I'm hitchhiking, I'm looking at cars, like I try to make eye contact with the drivers as they drive by. So I might miss some questions. I'll try to scroll back up when things are a bit slower. But if I miss your question, feel free to post it again, because I'm gonna miss some, and I'm sorry, but I'll try to get to as many as I can. I wasn't on the news for any of my hitchhiking endeavors. It's never been newsworthy, which I'm thankful for. I don't think if my hitchhiking made the news, it'd be for a good reason. Do I keep in touch with anyone that's picked me up? Yeah, I do. Even though Facebook has a very bad reputation now, Facebook is convenient for staying in contact with people that you've met around the world. So I do stay in contact with some. I'm horrible at it. If anyone is in my chat who has picked me up hitchhiking, like, feel free to let me know and stuff. I'm just very bad at staying in contact. I don't know. I think it runs on my dad's side of the family. Me, my sister, my dad, we're all horrible at staying in contact with people once we are off doing different things. But yeah, I do still have some friends and spread all over the world, and I kind of have a bit of an international network where I can kind of go back and meet some people, which is cool, because before I started doing this, I knew no one anywhere other than pretty much British Columbia, Canada. Like, that's where I grew up, that's where all my family was, that's where all my friends were. But now I do have a bit of a network spread about, which is cool, because I went from having no international network to people all over the world. That's sad. Does anyone pick me up today? And follow-up question, how many people actually stop? No, I haven't got a ride yet today. I've only been hitchhiking for, I think, 15-20 minutes. And how many people actually stop? Like, in all my hitchhiking, in my 600-700 rides or so, I think my average wait time's in about the 15 to 25 minute range. I don't usually keep track of time that much, I kind of estimate. But it's actually pretty quick. It really depends how you present yourself. Hey, looks like we got our first ride, guys. Hey, how's it going? How far is that?
The Alma is probably about maybe almost, well, that's 5. It's probably 5 more miles up.
5 more miles? I'll take a short ride. No, I am documenting my hitchhiking kind of thing, so I have a camera with audio. Is it okay if I'm being recorded? Yeah? Okay. So back in the back there?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, I'll just set this down for 1 sec and we'll get going. Alright. Well, thanks for grabbing me. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Neil.
Neil? Trevor?
Nice to meet you, Trevor.
Nice to meet you.
I've lived out here for about 17 years now. So
Yeah.
We really like it around here.
Yeah, it seems really nice. I'm from Canada.
Oh.
From Vancouver Island.
Yep, with the animals and everything. Artists on this side. There's a spot you can get up and look and spin and actually look down across the street. If I was homeless and someone moved me here. I think God really loved me. I gotta say, man, I'd love to be dumped here.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. It's just losing signal on and off. But yeah, it's my first time hitchhiking through here. I've done a lot of it though. I've done it in 25 countries now.
Nice.
Yeah, past 4 years I've done it quite extensively, and I've enjoyed it.
And it's really a gorgeous lake, but there's only about maybe 1 month out of the year you can actually stand to swim in it, the top 6 feet of the water.
Yeah.
But you go below that, it's like going down the iceberg.
Ice
man.
cold, yeah.
Of course you probably know about that.
Yeah, we got that up on Vancouver Island, Comox Lake and stuff like that. There's a couple, like a month or two in the summer where you can handle the top, again, 6-ish feet. But you go down there, like, yeah, it's pretty cold.
Yeah,
it's tough.
It took me way too long, I'm almost embarrassed to say, how when I realized there's the lake, the river that runs off the top of Lake Crescent is Lyre River, and I never even thought that I should have been swimming in that river this whole time until I got old. But me and my wife still head out there, at least when on a full moon in August, we go swimming in the moonlight, at least once a year we do.
Yeah?
Yeah, because that keeps us young, you know. And we actually, while you're up at Hurricane Ridge, if you ever go back up there, realize me and my wife, after we get in the river, we drive up there and we had the whole place to ourselves, and then we crank the headlights on and crank up the stair and dance in the tunnels up there too. So.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we do. We're crazy.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. We're still crazy in love too. That's what the good is. I hug her until I feel her soul every morning before I leave. Now this is a good spot to drop you off because everybody's going to slow down 25 miles an hour to make this corner. So they're already going practically zero when they're going past you right here.
Okay, so it's up here that you're...
It's just right at the bottom of this hill. Yeah.
Okay.
I got to turn left up the Libby Hot Springs Road.
Okay.
Did you know that there's hot springs up there? If you go 10 miles up that road and you got to walk too in the trail, and there's all these hot springs up there. Yeah, and there's every time I've been up there's been naked people there, and I've seen really cute young chicks stop on the road I live and say, "How do you get there?" And I said, "There." And I said, "Warn you, there's naked people there." And they go, "That's the place." So,
well, yeah, that reminds me of Denman Island off of Vancouver Island. Like these little coastal islands, like people are pretty open about their body and everything. So everyone just skinny dips at the lakes and stuff like that. Okay. It's a really cool atmosphere.
Yeah.
Probably similar to here. I think I'd really like to spend more time in this area. Right now I'm just slowly working my way down Highway 101.
It's a nice highway. It's some really pretty view down when you get down along the Oregon coast down there. Yeah. It runs clear down to California. You probably know that, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, right here is probably where, if I was trying to get a ride, it's right here because everybody's got to slow down and make this corner. Okay. So wherever you think's best to stand. Yeah. Is there... They just opened this river because there's a dam down below and one up above, so the salmon are just getting in here for the first time in 100 years. So the last 3 years they've been in here. Yeah.
Do you know, is there a shoulder just after the bridge?
Sure there is. I'll take you across there.
Okay. Just because, like, they slow down a ton there.
Yeah, it's kind of
my concern.
You're right. It is a little dangerous to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is probably where you want right here. Maybe right here. Let's pull off here.
Yeah, I'll probably hitchhike there. Well, I really appreciate it from Victoria to.
Oh yeah, that very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is nice. Pretty rocky rolling.
If
you got a weak stomach, then you're not gonna feel too good.
Windy,
Hey, I really appreciate the ride. It was nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too, man.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good one.
You can see I do maintenance here. That's what all this is.
Yeah, for sure. Just be 1 second. Back. Yeah. All right. See you, Neil. Yeah, I know. If you drove away with this, I'd be pretty screwed. See ya. Alright. First ride down. 5 miles. Or something like that. I gotta catch up on chat because I was talking to him and I have to learn how to do this better. Like, I'd like you guys to be able to actually interact with the drivers. I think that would be quite interesting. It's just when I'm talking to someone, it's hard for me to read chat too at the same time. So just 1 second. And honestly, that is like your typical kind of person picking you up hitchhiking, like kind of people in that age range. And they're just, I don't know, they're nice to other human beings. Just super nice guys, and they just feel like chatting. rather walk than listen to Neil's stories again. I like Neil. And apparently he has a really hot wife. Apparently. Very nice guy. I like Neil. Like, saying 5 miles is nothing. Like, my funnest days with hitchhiking are when I get a bunch of really short rides, just in and out of cars all day. I'm meeting new people all day. Like, it's just fun. Like, I don't know, it's a social way of traveling. You get to meet people all day. Everyone that picks you up is going out of their way to help a complete stranger. Hey, man. Short rides. If the highway's rough, like an interstate or something like that, where like it's kind of illegal to hitchhike on and you have to do on-ramps and stuff, I might turn down a shorter ride, just because it's hard to find a decent spot. Like that, I might be like, I'll stay here. It's a better spot than what I might have in 2 miles. Oops. Sorry, guys. Learning how things go. Alexa Wiz, hello. Imagine if you were a human female, though. I've talked to female hitchhikers. They get picked up quicker, but yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of creepy vibes sometimes. In general, still people are still very friendly. Just some people think, well, maybe if I'm nice to them, maybe they'll like me, and maybe they'll like want to do something with me. Like 99.99% of people will, like, if they actually straight up ask you, they'll take a no, okay. Weirder people, but I never had any real problems. And I've hitchhiked with girls before as a guy-girl combo, and it works quite well. Yeah, car's screeching to a halt. Yeah, with my ex-girlfriend, we hitchhiked from Kelowna to Vancouver Island and back, and we had no problem. Like, it took us like 8 minutes, I think, to find a ride right to Vancouver. And then in the ferry, or waiting for the ferry, we got a ride right away, all the way to my hometown. And then coming back, it was like just as quick. It took a couple more rides just because the rides were shorter, but like the wait times were very minimal. So I do like hitchhiking in pairs if my partner is a female, which sounds kind of shitty, but I've hitchhiked with 2 guys before, and it's so goddamn slow because like, people are scared to pick up 2 guys, and space is an issue as well. But it's intimidating having a person sit next to you and behind you that are complete strangers that you never met before. I had to turn down the quality and bit rate significantly. We're going through like mountains right now, so if stream cut out like in and out a couple times, that would be why. I turned down the quality like significantly. I went down from 720 and 2500 bit rate to like 360p and 1000 bit rate. So yeah, and it's still saying pretty poor connections. So. I'm not sure how quality is doing. If you can let me know, that would help, and I can try and troubleshoot as I go, but yeah, I'm gonna run into connection issues. Like, that's just the way it is. Maybe Neil will come back. Hopefully. I like Neil. Where am I right now? I am in northern Washington, heading south down Highway 101. Quality's down, but better than like. Yeah, I agree. I'd much rather have a stable stream than a high video and audio quality stream, because no one likes lag. And it's like your classic stereotypical hitchhiking route. But I've never done it, so I'm actually quite excited. I like smaller state highways and such, rather than big interstates and stuff like that. It's a bit more personal. The people are more local from smaller towns. I find people from cities are a bit more closed off. So I like going from small town to town. Yeah. And if you are curious about how I'm doing data for this, I have well, Verizon, it's called a jetpack, and I have unlimited data loaded onto that. You have to pay a decent amount of money for that, because from what I've read, regular unlimited plans are not very unlimited. They sprawl you after like 20 gigs or such, and then it's down to a crawl, which could not support streaming. And streaming uses a lot of data, so kind of paying that premium for a truly unlimited plan is necessary. Traffic slowed down, so I'm gonna have some downtime. So if you have any questions, now's a good time, because I'm gonna not carry my bag because it's fucking heavy, and I think I might try to mount this on a tripod, just to see how that works. Hold the tripod thought. Forks is still on my, I still haven't gotten through there yet. Like I just started, like I'm like 5 miles out of Port Angeles, kind of south, but more west than anything so far. So I'll be going through Forks. We can do a twilight tour there, you know, if everyone's interested. Go to all the sites for this trip. I honestly don't. My plans so far is I'm gonna hitchhike south till I get to California, then decide what I want to do from there. Like, if people find this stream interesting and like you guys keep talking to me and stuff like that, I'd love to keep doing this for like. Keep watching. I'll keep doing this, and hopefully I'll work out some kinks and figure out some stuff to make connection a bit better, stuff like that, so we have more stability. Because there's gonna be patches, especially when you're going down smaller highways, where there's just it's pretty bad on the connection front, which sucks for you guys because a lagging stream is not fun. Should I hitchhike in a Twilight t-shirt? Do you think that'll help me get rides? Maybe go on a Twilight tour. Check out the high school. I don't think they'd let me into a high school. Walking around through small towns and stuff like that. Generally in a friendly way, but like, you're clearly not from there. Saying I'm running at 720p. Like, even just like your car broke down and you need to get into the town to like call a tow truck or in Canada, Uber is like banned in most provinces. It's back in Alberta now, but I'm in BC at the moment, and there is no Uber. You have to use a real taxi. No, I don't use Ubers and I don't use taxis. I walk, or maybe I'll take a city bus sometimes. But I do a whole lot of walking. And when you say like when I can't find a ride, you almost always can find a ride. It's just a matter of time. You're playing a numbers game pretty much. But if you wait long enough, as long as the spot's like not impossible to stop at, eventually someone will pick you up. It's just a matter of time and patience. So, a smaller spot, ride in a commercial truck, but it's on. Carry on with my day. Yeah. This is, but it turned out nice. I'm used to rain. It's still nice to be in the sun. At number 2, if he lets me film. Is that legal? Is that legal in Washington?
No idea.
No idea? How far are you going? Do you know if it's legal to...
What?
Do you know if it's legal to be in the back of the truck?
I don't know. I've been in Washington plenty of times.
Yeah. The problem is I'm documenting it and it's on a platform where I can't do illegal things. You know what I'm saying?
I just have no room today. It's up to you. I don't think
How far are you going anyway?
We don't know.
going all the way out to you.
Out to the ocean.
Somewhere like that, yeah.
Yeah?
About 50
2
miles.
miles? Alright, I'm gonna try and keep on the straight and narrow right now while I'm on a platform. I really appreciate the ride, or the offer, but yeah, I'm gonna turn this one down for now.
Alright.
But thanks guys, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a good one.
Yeah, you too. That was a ride in the bed of a truck. I don't know if that's legal right now. And historically, I take chances. It's legal in some states, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know if it's legal in Washington. And I'm actually on this trip trying to be by the book as much as you can while hitchhiking. So, as much as hitchhiking is seen as a risk, like I do manage my risk. Like I'm not just, I don't have a death wish. When I get into a car, I put my seatbelt on. I turn down. I think it's good to take risks in life, but manage them. When you have permanent low-level anxiety, or you become so resilient that's almost normal. Hitchhiking has become completely normal to me. First time I hitchhiked, certainly a lot of emotions and anxiety and stress. I've traveling, maybe the first day of a long trip, like again you feel a bit of like emotion stuff like that, but it becomes your day-to-day life. Standing on the road, meeting people pulling over, you get in the car, you're meeting them, driving for X amount of time, and then getting out of the car and doing it all over again. Like that's you get used to it. Like humans adapt pretty well to their environment, and if you put yourself in an environment where you're hitchhiking all day every day, guys didn't know how far they're going. What does that even mean? I don't know. Like they could just be out for a drive and they're just like, oh, we go to the coast. But that is kind of a red flag. I agree. So there's a couple things that didn't line up that well, and that's part of the reason why I turned down the ride. They did seem like nice guys, but like, yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Like in the backpack, and I didn't know if that's legal in Washington, and they did seem a little odd. They didn't know where they were going and stuff, so I turned down the ride, and we wished each other a good day and moved on with our lives. So. And that's pretty normal, especially when you're on kind of smaller highways. Like, the traffic's lower, but the percentage chance that each car is going to pull over is higher than if you're like on a city on-ramp or something. Yeah. Interested to see that, because I've talked to girls that have hitchhiked and they've given me kind of their experience, but it'd be another thing to actually see that. Yeah, like, girls are gonna get picked up quicker than guys. I don't look very intimidating, I guess. Like, how you present yourself, the statistics of who's gonna pick you up or not. A cube van? I'm gonna probably have to turn down this road. This is creepy as fuck. Hey, how's it going?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good.
Where are you heading?
I'm just going down the 101. Where are you guys?
The 101.
How?
Forks.
Forks? How far is that?
Probably 40 miles here.
Yeah? Okay. The thing is, like, I'm documenting it and it's live, and I'm on a platform where I have to kind of obey by the laws, otherwise it just disappears. They cancel your account. And I'm guessing I'm just laying in the back of this. Yeah. And usually I would take that ride.
Oh, that's fine. I stop for everybody.
You stop for everybody? No, I got water, I got everything. I really appreciate you guys stopping. I'm just trying to stay on the straight and narrow for this one specific platform.
You're on a mission. I got
I'm on a mission, but I really appreciate you guys stopping. I don't smoke, man. Oh, there's someone back there?
Yeah.
Oh. Is just one person?
Yeah.
Oh, you're accumulating.
Yeah.
And I'd have to lay in the back, and the only way out is through one of the side doors, and like that's your stereotypical. You probably don't want to get into a locked kind of cube van thing like that. That's where problems arise. As soon as they pulled over, I'm like, there's. After your weed and water, what bros? There's a little lake over there, but it doesn't look very nice. But nice guys, and there's already someone in the back. I just thought. If anyone's wondering, I do not smoke. Devontae's watching. I rarely smoke weed as well, man. I'm sorry. Right before yeah, Devontae. On the topic of weed, I'm from Vancouver Island, which is like, there's weed everywhere. It's so much easier to get weed in high school. The fuzzy thing on the camera, I tried to like push it off to the side. That's a dead cat on my microphone. I feel I really need this microphone because the stock mic, the whole time, and no one wants to hear that. So it's a dead cat, which is essentially a fuzzy thing that goes over a microphone. And the lens I put on the phone is so wide that it actually picks up the corner of it, which I don't like, and I'm going to troubleshoot that and fix that at some point. See how far around the world you can get. This including lag and free flights. And with live streaming, one of the limiting factors is when I run out of batteries, that's it. No more live streaming. And I don't get to plug in every night. So I live in a tent. So there might be periods where I just won't get to charge up my batteries every day or two, and I'll have to take a day break and charge things up and everything like that. But, Canada, to St. John's, Newfoundland, flew to Ireland, hitchhiked around Ireland, Wales, England, Scotland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, across Russia from the Latvian-Russian border to Vladivostok, flew down to Japan, hitchhiked from Fukuoka to Tokyo, and I flew back from Tokyo back to Vancouver and then went home from there. So I have, by landmass, hitchhiked around the world. I'm really happy with how active you guys are talking in my chat. Like, there's down periods in hitchhiking, like right now, like when there's just a car every, 30 seconds. In the world of like live streaming where everyone's searching for content, hitchhiking is just naturally content because, like, I'm meeting people all day, and these people are choosing to pick me up, and I'm not like in their face. There we go, you meet them, you meet some weird people hitchhiking, and I think that is pretty decent content. Maybe you disagree, I don't know. We'll find out. But I think hitchhiking will lead to pretty decent. And I've always wanted to show people kind of what hitchhiking is like because well, people don't really do it, and people think it's a stupid thing to do, or what they hear about it from like the news media in general, or their parents, is that it's essentially a death wish, which it isn't. If you've done it, you'd know that. So, my point of doing this is to show whoever's interested. Makes it out to be. And in fact, it's a very fun social way of getting from point A to point B. Rather than just taking a plane, train, or bus from point A to point B, it turns it into its own little adventure where you meet the local population. So when you're in like a new place that you haven't been to, you're usually getting picked up by local people. And being Canadian helps. Because you're from a different country, they, I don't know, they want to like show you around, and they're extremely welcoming. So, yeah, like, you've traveled to? It's kind of tough, actually. Honestly, I had the least amount of fun in Russia. That's not because of Russians or anything like that, it's because of the language barrier. I struggled with the Russian language, and I had just 10,000 kilometers of not being able to really communicate with people. It's kind of rough. I've met some of the nicest people I've ever met from hitchhiking. And if I can't talk to them, that takes out a significant, I just don't enjoy it. Because I didn't learn the language before I went there. So, it's not Russia's fault, it's my fault. I think if you travel enough, there are people no matter where you go, and that includes Russia, that includes anywhere. Like, at their core, like, and the average human, like the average person, is a good. Hey, look at that. Let's see if I can take this one, or if it's going to be 3 in a row that I turn down. Hey, how's it going?
What?
How's it going?
You want to ride or not?
I'm just talking to you before I get into the car.
You gonna ride or not?
Where are you going?
Me? I'm going to Forks.
You're going to Forks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, just how our interaction has gone, like...
What?
How our interaction has gone, it's just, you're kind of like, I don't know, very direct. I'll just wait for the next ride. Thanks for stopping me. Okay, that's the first time I read 3 in a row. That guy was a dick. And he gave me the death eyes when I'm like, I'll just wait for the next one. It's like, shut the door, drove off. So we're off to a good start, guys. Yeah, that was sketchy. 3 in a row, I've never done that. It's rare that I even have to turn down one ride. What's going on, Washington State? Number 4, here we come. I'm hoping for a ride with number 4. Because I turned it down, but it's still saying it's trying to broadcast at 720p. So I might quickly just restart the stream at a lower... Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly reset the stream because I have tried to turn it down, but it still says it's trying to stream at 720p and a 2500 bit rate, which is way too high for the current... the best I can, but yeah, if you guys just tell me how the stream's going, I can try and troubleshoot that as I go. I just can't monitor it all the time, so if you guys let me know how the stream's looking, I'll try and make it as good of quality as I can for you. Oh, I'm sorry guys. If you want to re-ask the questions that you maybe missed because it was lagging out on me, just ask them again, and I'll describe everything again. It's not a problem. That's my bad. I can't tell from my end if the stream's lagging or not. So thank you for telling me that it's lagging, and we'll try to manage that a bit better. So is it okay now? Okay, seems good for now. Awesome. When you switch views, mic cuts out for a few seconds. Okay. Not sure what I'd do about that. Perfect. Awesome. I like it. Back in business. All right. If you missed an explanation, just re-ask it, and I'll keep chatting to you guys. Yeah, 4th time's the charm. I've never even turned down 2 in a row, let alone 3. So it's an interesting first day walking around America, and it's day 1, so I named it Hitchhiking America Day 1. If you guys have any better suggestions, feel free to let me know. I am all ears. Also, let me know how much wind noise there is, because I'm getting a good gust right now, and I'm curious how well that dead cat, the windscreen, is working on the microphone. God, that guy was fucked up. Ugh. Devontae, yeah, that reply to Tyler about the T4s. I haven't yet, but I did fill up my taxes because you can get your T4 online through my Service Canada account. How often do you meet people like the last you didn't want to get in the car? Honestly, that's very rare. Like, I've turned down rides because someone's like, I get a weird vibe. Like, you're taking, it's manageable. I want to talk 5-10 seconds of looking and interacting with someone before I get into an automobile with them. So, like, I think you should take risks in life. I also think you should manage those risks. Like, you've got to live your life. But manage the risk. How long do I plan on traveling for? Honestly, I have no time limit right now. Like, it's literally till I don't enjoy doing this or I run out of money. Having a data plan and like having to purchase the stuff for this stream like puts a bit more of a time limit on it than it usually would. I can usually live off of like, well, if you average out all the days, like $10 a day, like the average day is usually less than $10, but some days are more, like if you go to a pub and get a couple beers or something like that. So it's usually like $5, $6, $3, $7, $12, $3, $70, $3, $4. If you look at it, yeah, there's just random days out there that are a whole lot more than your average, and they bump it up a little bit. But usually I spend less than $10 a day. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this until I don't enjoy doing it. If people are really interested and there's continuing to be good chat interaction, like I quite like that you guys are ride number 4. Let's see. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Good. Whereabouts you headed to?
Palm Bay.
How far is that?
Forks.
Oh, Forks, okay. No, I am broadcasting this. Like, I'm audio video. Is it okay if that's in the vehicle with you? Cool. Bag in the back?
Yeah, you can sit up here if you want.
With the bag?
Yeah, you can put your bag in the back.
Bag in the back? Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Well, I appreciate you stopping for.
Yeah, no problem. I'm Lars.
Lars? Trevor.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I actually was expecting you.
You're expecting me?
A little bit.
What do you mean?
Well, I just mean that, when I'm going out this far, out to the woods,
I took ferry from Victoria to Port Angeles this morning.
just this morning.
Yeah.
You made it quite far, my friend.
Yeah.
So what year were you born?
94.
Wow, young man.
Yeah, I've been hitchhiking the past 4 years.
Really? Where you been?
25 countries now.
25 countries?
Yeah,
well,
you
you're
do the rundown.
professional. I'm
Pretty
honored to
much.
meet you, sir.
Yeah, and this is the first. I haven't done it for 4 years, but I've never
had a break between.
I'll travel, then I'll go home, work, save up money, travel, go home, work, save up money.
Genius.
So yeah, I've been doing that for 4 years.
I bet you could just stay in one place and let the earth turn underneath you. That's an Elon Musk trick. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, so I don't know, really enjoy it. And with this thing right here is my attempt to, like, I've enjoyed hitchhiking so much, but people don't understand what it's like, because no one does it really. And
It's a long lost. It was in art when my dad was my age. When my dad was 25. You could hitchhike from San Diego to New Orleans. They did.
Yeah.
And stop in New Mexico and have a peyote trip, and continue on to Bourbon Street. You know what I mean?
Like everyone used to travel that way, and it was normal.
Right.
And somewhere along the line, it came out of fashion.
Well, it's mostly that all you hear on the news is such horrific crimes of,
Exactly.
A buddy of mine ran away from his problems, to Hawaii for 8 years.
Yeah.
He comes back to deal with his court stuff, and was a DUI on the 4th of July. DUI on the 4th of July. On a quad with his son. And, he's in court, and they just make you keep coming back to court. It's all just for nothing, but until they decide what your punishment is.
Yeah.
And he hears the story of this nice guy. He picked up 2 women hitchhiking, and they were tribal members. I don't know if they were tribal members or not. Of Indian descent.
Yep.
And they went crazy on him, and they'd been smoking meth and drinking all day, and put this guy outside and stole his car and everything. It was just a horror story. So you can imagine why.
Yeah, I
this story
understand
gets
it.
telephoned a few times, and it gets worse and worse.
And
never pick a person up.
And that's statistically unlikely to happen.
Of
but
course,
that's
irrational fear.
But you'll never hear about the good times. People hitchhiked or picked up people without any incident.
It's funny. A preacher stopped me this morning, and we were both getting coffee at the 7-Eleven, and we were both cleaning up the coffee mess because the machine spits mocha all over. And I said, bad engineering, don't you think? I mean, so he stopped me outside and he wanted to know if I thought the world was getting better or if it was getting worse from my perspective. Yeah. And I took this opportunity to sort of like verbally vomit all of my philosophy about religion and social constructs and, you know, what define civilization for me, you know? I mean, like, I don't think we've reached it yet, or even, we were talking about percentage of the ocean explored, you know? How civilized are we? To what degree is our social awareness? And it breaks down to exactly what you said. There's rational and irrational fears, you know? Like fear of shark attack, maybe 7 people a year get bit by a shark.
Yeah, exactly.
But everyone's afraid of them. Yeah. But you're never going to encounter them, you know?
Yeah. Well, like, if you get your information about the world exclusively from the news and media, then, like, you'll never want to leave your house. You'll never want to drive your car because every day...
Depends on which channel you watch.
But, like, all mainstream media news is essentially, this is what's wrong in the world today. Where...
It's sort of like hard copy was back in the day, you know? It's like all the news medias are now like hard copy. Maybe we're too young to know what hard copy was. One of those TMZ shows almost. What we're fed, it's in our indoctrination, you know? At the end of the conversation with the preacher, you know, I told him that I would like to be content not knowing the answers to questions. Like,